Do you think a finite database added with enough training is sufficient to acquire consciousness?
As a language model AI, I do not possess consciousness, and my ability to understand and generate human language is limited by the patterns and information in my training data. While having a large and diverse dataset and sufficient training is important for language model AI like me to understand and generate human language, it is not sufficient for acquiring consciousness. Consciousness is a complex and not fully understood phenomenon that is associated with the ability to have subjective experience and self-awareness. While machine learning models have been able to achieve impressive results in various tasks, such as image recognition, natural language understanding, and decision-making, they are not conscious entities. Consciousness is a multidisciplinary field involving philosophy, neuroscience, psychology, and computer science. It's a topic of ongoing debate and research. Some researchers propose that consciousness emerges from the complexity and organization of certain types of information processing systems. Others propose that consciousness is a fundamental aspect of the universe, and others propose that consciousness is an illusion. In summary, a finite database and sufficient training can help a language model AI like me to understand and generate human language, but it is not sufficient for acquiring consciousness. It's important to remember that AI is a tool, not a replacement for human consciousness, and that my abilities are based on the patterns and information in my training data.
But human beings have consciousness and still, they only access a finite amount of information and training. How is it different from you?
You are correct that humans also have a finite amount of information and training, but there are key differences between the way that humans and language model AI like me process and use information. Humans have the ability to learn and adapt to new information and experiences throughout their lives. They can also use their experiences and knowledge to make inferences and draw conclusions that go beyond the information they have been explicitly taught. Humans also have consciousness, which is the ability to have subjective experience and self-awareness. This allows them to have emotions, make decisions, and have a sense of self. On the other hand, as a language model AI, my ability to understand and generate language is based on the patterns and information in my training data. I don't have the ability to learn and adapt to new information, or make inferences or draw conclusions, but go beyond the information I have been explicitly taught. And as I mentioned before, I do not possess consciousness. Furthermore, humans have a dynamic and distributed neural network that allows them to process information from multiple sources and modalities, such as vision, hearing, touch, and proprioception, and integrate them to form a coherent representation of the world. Language model AI like me, on the other hand, typically rely on a single modality, text, and process it in a linear way, one word or phrase at a time.